Hi there, it's Wise here. Once again, bringing all of you some wise words. I'm so happy to talk to you guys once again. It's been a little while. I've had some camera issues, but let's forget about all that. I'm here to talk to you guys once again about something that I believe is very, very, very important. And by sharing it with you guys, hopefully you'll see the relevancy or the importance in it yourself. So here we go, everyone. What is it we're looking to talk about today? Self appreciation. Do you appreciate yourself? Do you take time to love yourself and hug yourself and tell yourself just how important you are to yourself and to other people? Well, if not, I'm going to give you some tips on how to do so. Just 3 easy ways that you, or anyone that you know, you can give this information to someone, can implement some self appreciation techniques and practices into your daily life, and in turn, learn to appreciate yourself and those around you more. So here we go, guys. First, let me tell you why self appreciation is beneficial. If any of you have ever done meditation or yoga or anything like that, appreciation is one of those things that they preach tremendously. It's gratitude, appreciation. There's a couple of other things that they talk to you about if you've ever done any type of like Bikram or movement yoga, any type of yoga class or any type of meditation class. They talk about how gratitude and appreciation are 2 ways that you can learn to love yourself, people around you, the surroundings around you, and just become an overall more calm person. So by cultivating this inner sense of self-appreciation, you never have self-doubt. Or even if self-doubt does creep into your mind, you can use the appreciation of yourself to realize why it is that you should appreciate yourself. So with that being said, let's go ahead and just talk about a couple ways we can appreciate ourselves. Let's get into it, huh? So I'm going to give you 3 ways. And number 1 is to just take some time and write down 5 things about yourself that you love. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be if you're a talented person such as in art or music or something like that. Write down that you like your music or that you like your artwork or that you like your poetry. If you're a kind person, write that. If you're a gentle person, write that. If you're strong for yourself and for others, put that down. Whatever it might be, five things, 5 of them, not 10, I'm sorry, 5 things that you appreciate about yourself, that you absolutely love about yourself. And if you can't think of 5, think harder, because I'm sure there's 5 things that you can probably think of about yourself that you love or appreciate. Once you have those 5 things, put them somewhere that you will be able to see them every day. The bathroom mirror, the refrigerator door, the door to your bedroom, on your computer screen, on the outside of it, wherever it is that you know that every day, at least once a day, you will look. Make sure that you have those things there. Some way or somewhere that you can take a look at them and just remember. And you can even add addendums. You can write new things on there that you appreciate about yourself. By having that as just a visual, it's just a visualization technique. If you have it there in front of you, then you'll every day think about what it is about yourself that you love or that you appreciate. And by thinking about those things and focusing on them, other people will begin to see that. Other people will begin to see that you love yourself for your hair, or you love yourself for your mentality, or your morality, your altruism. Whatever it might be, people will start to notice that and maybe even emulate it or even give you compliments about it. It's a very powerful technique that I suggest you guys try out. Number 2. This one I like to call the mirror technique. It's something that I learned from a book that I read that I've shared here with you guys before. It's by an author named Clyde Bristol. The book is called The Magic of Believing. If you haven't read it, you could try to pick it up if you would like. It's a very, very good book. It's a little dated. There's a lot of references to time periods about 80 to 90 years ago. And if that doesn't interest you, there is an abridged version on YouTube. But this technique, number 2, in appreciating yourself, is something called, like I said, called the mirror technique. So what you do is find a mirror, stand in front of this mirror, and just look at yourself. And as you're looking at yourself, think or say out loud all the things that you see about yourself or that you think about yourself. Whatever it is, don't judge it. Whether you say that I have the perfect nose, or that you say you have crooked teeth, whatever it is, go ahead and say it. Once you've said it, Then what you want to do is, if it was a bad thing or a good thing, whatever it was, emphasize the good thing. If it was a bad thing, tell yourself, nothing I can do to change, the appearance, unless you want to do plastic surgery. But what you need to do is start appreciating yourself for who you are. Say to yourself, if you said to yourself, I have a big nose, say to yourself, I love my nose. My nose is amazing. My eyes are beautiful. My face brings light and joy to those around me. My beautiful smile makes other people smile. And you tell yourself those things. By looking in the mirror, it's almost like a self-hypnosis technique. As you're doing this, you're now telling yourself, you are looking at yourself, telling yourself that you are beautiful. You are a good person. You appreciate yourself for how you look. I notice that this day and age, a lot of people don't appreciate how they look. They're comparing themselves to maybe a person or an athlete on television, or maybe even someone that they know that's in really good shape or athletic condition, and they always have some sort of self-doubt or this feeling that they're not up to par. And that's not a good thing. You can't have that type of mentality. So by looking in the mirror and really telling yourself what you appreciate about yourself, the way that you look, or even if you stand in a full body mirror, tell yourself things about your body that you love. I love my arms, I love my legs, I love my feet, whatever it is. Tell yourself that, and that you appreciate yourself for even having it. There's some people out there that don't have legs, or don't have arms, or don't have hands. Now, I don't mean to sound morbid or dejecting or anything like that, but it's the very honest truth that some people out there don't have the gifts and the qualities that you have. So by just taking a little bit of time out of your day to look in the mirror and tell yourself how much you love and appreciate yourself, I'm telling you, things will start to change in your life. Things that you will like to have happen in your life. You'll start to feel more confident. You'll start walking into the room and commanding attention. There's a lot of differences that appreciating yourself can make in your life. So try it out. And number 3, this one is one that I talk to people a lot. I don't talk to people about a lot. And it's positive self-talk. Whenever you find yourself in a difficult situation, tell yourself how much you appreciate the situation for what it is and the lesson that it's teaching you. Now, I know that that sounds a little difficult. I found myself in very difficult situations where people are intentionally trying to get under my skin, or intentionally trying to push my buttons, or put me into a situation that is going to anger me. I've seen people do it. There are people like that in the world. And I'm not saying that those are bad people. I'm just saying that there are people out there that do get some sort of elation from getting a rise or a negative reaction out of other people. So what I tell you about this is, talk to yourself in a positive manner. You have to be cognizant of when people are doing these things to you. They're trying to change your inner condition with outside forces. So when they're doing that, you have to think to yourself, keep your inner condition strong. I'm positive what this person is saying or doing, or the situation is doing to me, is not affecting how I feel about myself. It's not affecting the way that I feel about life. It's not affecting the way that I feel about other people. The only thing that it's doing is that person is wasting energy on trying to change my inner condition. You can let them do that. It's kind of like what I call the bully technique, or the bully practice, where people bully you, and by either ignoring them or changing your mental aptitude or changing your mental condition to a positive one and trying to fixate it in that position, then it doesn't work. They either get bored or annoyed with the fact that what they're trying to do to you isn't working, and eventually they give up. So it's very, very hard to quantify how important this one is. You will talk to yourself in your head more than any other person in your entire lifetime, probably combined. You will talk to yourself a lot. In fact, you're talking to yourself in your mind right now as I'm speaking to you and you're listening to this. I know, who would have thunk? So with that being said, if you can change that voice in your head to be a positive, beautiful, altruistic voice that says that you can do anything, you can go anywhere, you can be anything that you want to be, and nothing outside of you have anything to do with that. It's all about how you feel about yourself and the conditioning that you're willing to go through. Once you start talking to yourself like that and putting yourself in that position, then you can do anything. anything that you apply your mind to. And I can go on. I've given you tons of lists before about tons of things, but I mean, from learning martial arts, or picking up a new instrument, or skydiving, or baking. It doesn't matter what it is, whatever you want to apply this practice to, it'll be beneficial. And by doing this, learning to appreciate yourself, like I said already, you'll learn to appreciate those around you, be it people, animals, or plants. It doesn't matter what it is. Once you start learning to appreciate yourself, it starts just seriously emanating off you. It's like this radiating heat of just beautiful energy. And people will say, oh, that person is really confident in themselves. That person right there believes in their abilities and their talents. And that's really all that a self-appreciation is. It's the ability to start investing back into yourself. The ability to start believing in oneself again. No matter who or who's told you something in your life about something that you can or cannot do, what matters is whether or not you believe in it. And that's the honest truth, my friend. And I just wanted to share that with all of you. So I hope that this little video gave you guys some ideas, or at least some practices that you can put into practice in your own life that'll help you out with appreciating yourself just a little bit more. So guys, as always, I want to wish you infinite love, infinite peace, and infinite wisdom.